Hello, I'm Dr. Kelly Fitzgerald from the School of Irish, Celtic Studies and Folklore in University College Dublin. Thank you for inviting me to address you today and to speak to you about the National Folklore Collections archives and how we have been digitizing them over the past number of years. I'd like to take the time to perhaps talk a little bit about the collection in the first instance, and then perhaps go through the website with you and show you how and what has been digitized so far. So please bear with me for 1 minute here. So perhaps I think one of the benefits, of course, is teaching folklore from the site and being able to use the materials that we have online available to you. And perhaps, again, what we're really seeing is a sense of these analog archives that stem from the first part of the 20th century. And here we are sharing and distributing them through other mediums. Clúsach Vela de Éireann, or the National Folklore Collection, would have 2 million manuscript pages. There'd be over 10,000 hours of audio material as well. And on top of that, and one of our more popular areas, and an area that you may find quite interesting, of course, is the photographic archive, and there are around 80,000 photos there. Now, here is an image in the archive in UCD, what it looks like from the 1930s onwards. We can see the leather-bound manuscript material that we refer to as the NFC. And I suppose it's really important because what we see now in the archive is the result of thousands upon thousands of hours of collecting material. And it's perhaps something about the tradition archive that is quite different than perhaps most archives, in that it is the field work that is documented and brought into the collection. So we are looking at oral material, material that is collected, as you see on the screen here, from the 1940s. That's Tygo Muraku with one of his informants down in County Kerry in the southwest corner of Ireland. And we see him and the microphone in between them, collecting folk tales, legends, other aspects of material from the oral tradition. Now, in particular on the Duca site, and this is changing as more and more material is uploaded, but what primarily was on Ducas was a specific scheme that was a result of working with the schools in the 1930s here in Ireland. Okay, so we see here material you could see in the top left-hand corner, scheme Veladesa. So it's the folklore scheme is what that's referring to here with this material. And this is what is being posted in. School children would have copybooks that they would collect material in the area. This is from Arran in County Galway. We see here that this is the material that was collecting. And we see here these handbooks, Lav Lauer, the Handbook of Folklore. This is in 1937 by Sean O'Sullivan, the archivist for the folklore collection. And we see that these are materials in order to support and guide the folklore collector in the material that they are collecting. And the various chapter headings that they have. So again, looking at the settlement and dwelling, trades, crafts and occupations, commerce and travel, the community, the person, nature, folk medicine, seasons and calendar custom, principles of popular belief and practice, an area that gets quite a lot of attention in folklore studies, the folk imagination, historical tradition, oral literature, and then pastimes. So we see that handbook would have contributed to another booklet circulated to the schools throughout Ireland in conjunction with the trade union, the schools teachers trade union, the INTO. And here, students were given essays in order to carry out material to support their collecting work within the community. Hidden treasures, a funny story, a collection of riddles, old crafts, fairy forts, the lore of certain days, cures, bird lore, the famine times, the great hunger that happened in Ireland in the 19th century, that still remains quite strong in the tradition. And on and on. I am just curious about time here now, so I will stop that and just show you now the website that this is on. So here is the UCD /Irish Folklore website if you're interested in that, and that's found on UCD. But it's duchas.ie, DUCHAS.ie, and here we see the collections that I was just referring to. And please spend time with this site. You can learn about the project here. You can search by who it's been collected from. You can search on the map of Ireland from a specific school. So a lot of schools, as you can see, and then the collections. So the schools collection is the one that I have been speaking about that they first focused on. And here we go into it, and you see the manuscript material being recorded. And a scheme has helped support this collection in that you see the actual manuscript page in the center, which can be downloaded. And then you also see on the right-hand side a transcription of that as well. Now, the material I have here was collected in Irish, but there is a lot of material in English on this site as well. Another source here is the word search. So if it has been transcribed, you can find it. And here we can put in a fairy fort, as we just saw. And you can see there are 200 stories. When you see it from the transcription point of view, there's 768. And then here we have 2 photographs. So we have, you can see here an image of a fairy fort or a ring fort and the legends that are associated with that. Now, I welcome any questions during our session that you may have about this scheme and about the digitization process. This was just a very short introductory talk to kind of wet your whistle and get you interested and excited about what Ireland has in terms of its folklore collections and how you can begin searching for them. So thank you very much.